The Fox Phi, designed by Fiore, is a titanium balisong that is this beautiful minimalistic design. It's a channel, but with giant speed channels bored all the way through. And despite that, it's sitting at like 4.9 ounces. This is made with it's just like this gorgeous all black look. It's made with titanium, and I want to say the blade. I don't know what the blade steel is. Bowler M390. I'm not sure what that is, but I assume it's a steel. And it's like a nice length, and it's just really nicely designed, and it's pinsless. This is a knife that I wanted, and more than anything, I want to like this knife. But the more I flip it, the less I can. Um, the thing is, despite all of its beauty, and it sounds really nice actually, um, it's just too handle biased. And I have flipped handle biased knives. It took me a while to get used to the IBAS, which is definitely handle bias, and it's pretty chunky. It feels like a 5 ounce knife, but apparently it's more like 4.6. This is somehow heavier, and the biggest thing though is I don't want them to remove more material from the handles. I love how they look. And if they do remove more material, I want it to be in a way that you don't necessarily see it on the faces. The biggest thing is that this blade is too thin and not doesn't have enough weight. I am always scared of flipping this knife. Oops, sorry, because it's just so handle bias, and I easily make mistakes on this knife specifically. I find that rollovers aren't even comfortable because the blade doesn't carry momentum. And so, despite it being this gorgeous knife that sits around $450 and has this great unboxing experience with like this really well-made box and has a whole ass manual and everything, I just don't think it flips well, and that's such a shame because just like I have a pretty wide range of things that I can flip, and I'm not the best flipper ever, but I do flip a lot of things that are very different. I don't think this is a competitive flipper, but even so, I just find that it doesn't feel amazing. It just feels like how it's I have to put effort into making this fan smoothly because obviously the handle bias. If I do this style of fanning, you can fan anything like that. But just the wrist snap fan opposed to the helicopter fan or whatever, it's a little trickier. I find that the momentum is just really imbalanced when you do really any rollover. So even basic things like behind the eight ball just feel really wobbly. Um, and don't even get me started on aerials because I'm just so scared. The actual blade itself isn't terribly sharp, but tip, this tip has done so much damage to me and some of the things around me. It's accidentally cut a pillow cushion. Don't tell my partner that. But I have I have hurt myself a lot on this knife. Um, and I keep flipping it, trying to like get better at understanding. With the IBAS, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is clicking with me. At first, I was like, oh no, I really don't like this. I'm gonna get rid of this immediately. And now I'm like, I wouldn't hate if I kept this forever. Maybe not forever. I don't know, but I don't hate it. I'm getting used to it. But the Fox Fi is a knife that I really like how it looks, but I just can't justify really flipping this. And it's not cheap. It's like $450. I bought it for less, and hopefully I can sell or trade it. But I am just it's disappointing. It's like how Super Smash Bros. 4 was on the Wii U, where I'm like, oh my god, it looks amazing, blah 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 blah. And the more I play it, the less I liked it. I was just like, wow, this game feels so off. I don't. There's so many things that just don't quite click with me, and it's like it's close to what I want, but it's not. And the more I try and make myself want this, the more apparent it is of all the things that are just grating on me in this sort of like friction. design. I think if the handles were lighter, it would flip better. I think if the blade was heavier, it would flip better. But it doesn't. And that's heartbreaking. Because this is such a beautiful knife. And I was like, I really wanted one. And I ended up buying it with cash. So, yeah, we'll see if I can sell this. This was also, this knife is also tuned by XK Knives. And it is better than stock. So it can't get better. I would hate to take a fucking Dremel to this because it's just so pretty. It's beautiful, but you can't add more blade weight because there's nowhere to really add it. So I just feel like I'm at a loss, and it's really pretty. If I never get rid of it, like it's gorgeous. It's fucking gorgeous, but I don't think this is going to stay in my collection, and that's such a shame because it was on my list of things that I wanted. So, anyways, that's the Fox Phi designed by Vincenzo Fiore. It's fucking gorgeous, but God, is it handlebars without any blade weight, so it feels so wobbly. If you like this video, I hope you like and comment and subscribe. I like to cover knives that not necessarily a lot of people are talking about, and I just want people to know more about these wide varieties of different Balisongs. So if you want to know more, stay tuned. I have a lot of other videos covering some knives that are discontinued or just not as much coverage. And yeah, also check out the coffee in my description. A couple bucks goes a long way and helps me keep up with things like shipping whenever I do trades or sales, and also just keeps this channel alive. So thanks again, and happy flipping, everyone. I hope someone out there, if you like this knife, let me know in the comments, because I want someone to love this knife, because I really wish I could. But if you love this, let me know. Have a great evening or day. I don't know what time it is. It's evening for me.